Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your dungeon master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 247, and it is part of the Battle of Mughamara story arc. I want to give a big shout out to our patrons at patreon.com/adventureinc. Patrons like James, J. Chan, Mary, Vespa, Nick, Francis, Chris. These are people who understand the value that they get out of the show and want to give some of that value back, and you can too. Patreon.com/adventureinc. That's where you can become a patron like them and get all kinds of bonus content that comes down the line. Bonus episodes. We do some D&D materials. We do some interviews. All this stuff is available at patreon.com/adventureinc. And it is exclusive to them. We do these monthly tavern nights that only exist because of our amazing patrons, because they make it happen. And we can't thank them enough for that. So thank you to the patrons. And if you aren't a patron, there's still time. All right, let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and scoundrels, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth the monk.
On a lighter subject, how's the whole corruption of the Iora Church going?
On a lighter subject?
Yeah.
Jebeddo the rogue.
We're basically family. So do you want to admit to your family that all you want to do is learn how to read so that you can read pornos?
Jennuvera the sorcerer.
Oh my god, guys, it worked! The plan worked!
High five!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god! We should have a plan more often!
Asher the druid barbarian.
With my nipples? Why are my nipples not convincing?
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated. So the dinosaurs and a few of the wolves have created like a bit of a perimeter for this ritual to occur. Already, Keth and Visong, the Magic Man, and Adnan have crowded around the door and are like trying to look at the wards that are soaked into this place. So Adnan turns back. So Jennuvera, you're still flying around, or have you come down?
No, I will have, once we get to the gates. Sounds like a puzzle.
Okay. So Adnan turns to you and he says, this is a very complex piece of arcane power. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to... it's going to take us some time to try and unwind what he has woven here.
Okay.
If you wish to help, then that may be doable, but, if you are needed elsewhere, we will understand and we can try to take care of this process without you and...
Adnan, are you trying to kick me out of this puzzle?
I don't know. I'm not trying to kick you out.
Are you trying to tell me that I'm not going to be good enough at solving this puzzle, that you don't want me here?
I don't know what needs to be solved so much as we need to try and use our... magical ability to cut through this door. If you wish to expend yourself in that way, then we could use your help. If you're needed elsewhere, we understand.
Did I hear a puzzle?
Yeah, but they don't want us here.
What? We're the best at
Adnan's
puzzles.
trying to get rid of me. I know we're the best at puzzles.
Let's
but
do
did
it
you
quicker
ever
than them.
consider that? Well, but did you ever think that maybe we're just the best at puzzles because our friends are idiots?
Hold on there. Yeah.
So we're
No.
only the best because Asher, Jebeddo, and Keth are bad and not
Like-
because we're good?
Like relative to those other idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe. Yes, possible. Wait, no, we're great. We're great at puzzles. Come on, it's us.
I thought we were.
Come on, let's take a crack at it.
Okay.
I'm
gonna stick around, Adnan. Just see if you need me.
He says, "Great, come right over." As you guys step towards the door, one of the dinosaurs drops out of wild shape into druid form and steps back. Some of the wolves take the place. A few of the wolves also drop away. The whole of the army has refocused and is pushing on this location, and your line of defense is starting to fall away already. Redbridge turns and she says, "We need to buy as much time as we can for this ritual. Omen, you're with me." And she turns back with 2 hand axes and charges toward the line with Omen behind her. And a few of the others as well follow on. Spooky Todd, Clug, scoots up. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to try. But Lanier, Patrick, they're just standing by.
Hey, Jennuvera, we need to buy time for this ritual, correct? What if I just made a wall of stone in front of this? Does that seem like a good idea?
Yes, please do that.
Done. And then I cast Wall of Stone to sort of guard this area up.
Are you casting it in front of, where are you dividing that line?
So the barrier that they're working on,
mm-hmm.
the group working on the barrier,
mm-hmm.
Wall of Stone.
Okay.
Oh wait, so are you?
Or should
what
I
side
cast?
are you on?
I was going to be on the other side. Because a wall in the middle of the battlefield makes no sense. It's just sort of like, hey. But I'm thinking literally cutting them off so that it's easier for us to guard the area that they're currently working in.
2 questions.
Yeah.
How thick is the stone wall?
Oh, with 2
dummy
C's.
thick.
It is 6 inches thick. The spell is evocation.
That was not my second question.
But it's a good question I figured you'd have. And it's composed of 10 feet by 10 feet panels. Each panel must be contiguous with at least one other panel. So just big...
So they're 10 foot by 10 foot by 6 inches.
Yep.
Okay. My second question, I've now forgotten.
Evocation.
That was not the
What type of
question.
magic was it?
It's also 20 feet long in diameter.
What is the duration, and does it require concentration?
It does. So my drops. My tendrils drop.
When it does, you and all of your allies split.
It was roughly 40 or something.
I know how much it is.
Okay.
You split 120 damage.
Oh, because of every
Or
point
health.
of thing I've hit?
Wow.
Yes.
Nice.
So how many allies is that split amongst?
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
So...
6 points
health.
of 6 points of healing.
Honestly,
I mean, that's something.
given that to a lot of people, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's real good.
It's all right. It's okay. It's all right.
Lanier looks very relieved.
And I can... The wall can have any shape you desire, though it can't occupy the same space as a creature. The wall doesn't need to be vertical or rest on a firm foundation, however, it merges with whatever. If you maintain on the concentration on the spell for the whole duration, the wall becomes permanent and can't be dispelled. That's fun. Otherwise, the wall disappears when it ends.
Just future building.
So
right
you
now.
can just trap them in
Honestly.
there forever.
That's a
How have we not used that before?
I
very
don't know.
bizarre. Just once a day, you just build
A
house.
The section of wall.
Like you build a whole house because it's like 10 by 10, right? And
Yeah.
so you do
20 feet long.
Man, Mughamara would have been way more keen on Adventure Inc. if Asher had been using this consistently every day for like.
So instead, there's like some sort of like someone in town's like, you know that fucking guy can make stone walls, and he's just sitting up there every day doing nothing.
nothing.
It must, however, merge with and be solidly supported by existing stone, so that's fine. Thus, the spell. Thus, you can use the spell to bridge a chasm or create a ramp. We could have done this.
We could have made a sick skate park, and you've been doing nothing.
This is a 5th level spell. I've never even. I was like, sure, I'll do this. So,
Anthony, we got to do the whole show over again.
All right.
Rob, when did you learn 5th level spells?
like a while ago, at least last year.
Yeah, we've been fucking up for a full year. Scrap it all. We're starting over.
Okay. This is the first episode in the Path of Transmutation story arc.
Honestly,
Okay, thank you. That's a perfect place to fix it.
That's
Yeah,
where you'll do your do-over.
totally fine by me.
I wouldn't mind.
Oh wait, that's not how that works at all. Okay, let's keep going. The stone wall shoots up around the ritual as it's occurring. So for let's see, Magic Man, Kaelith, Visong, Adonan. So for the 5 of you, you're now sealed inside this 10-foot stone structure that moves, like, basically created like 3 angles, I imagine.
No, they're sealed inside. We're on the outside of it, so that we
Right, the
can help
5
fight
of them are sealed
Oh.
in.
Sorry, I thought you said the 5 of you. So maybe you did. Maybe you're talking to yourself.
I'm talking specifically to Jennuvera and myself.
Yeah. I'm okay though because I can fly.
That's true.
So I can
So
just
you
fly
can
out of it. if I
fly
need
out
to.
of it.
Jennuvera pops out over the top of it, and she gives Asher a thumbs up, and then she flies.
Asher's
back
still
out.
not sure what thumbs up means, but he's pretty sure it's good.
You Hear Jennuvera, you can hear Kaelith grumbling like, "Well, this ruined the light," and he starts like casting a spell.
Oh, do you need light? And so she's gonna cast dancing lights.
Oh, thank you. And he goes back to like feeling
Oh, no,
the
she's just gonna
wall.
cast light.
There's like a barrier that he's actually physically touching in front of the wall, but runes are glowing brightly along the wall. The magic man looks at it and he says, magic of celestial kind. You can feel the celestial vibrations in it.
Does that mean you and Patrick can help?
Patrick, who is not on this side of the wall, he looks, he says, perhaps I could have at one point, but I don't think I can do much now.
I'll be right back. Jennuvera flies up out of the house. She says, "Hey, Patrick, you want to fly?"
He's like, oh, yeah, sure. He transforms into an angel.
Okay.
His giant metal wings like bursting out behind him as the clockwork angel rises up.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, I get your wings are better than mine. Can you come in and check out this celestial wall?
Yes, I can.
All right, let's go. And she's gonna hop back over.
He flies up behind you. You see Elatrix like whip past, still like dodging arrows and like pounding down onto the ground to fight off a bunch of lizard folk and gnolls. So more of the line is failing as more of the druids transform back into druids. When they do, they kind of step back and they're clearly trying to protect themselves to create like a secondary line, but the line is shrinking in. Are you guys going to join them on the line, or
Why don't you guys all do what Asher did and just build a big old wall that keeps them all out?
We could wall of fire, big wall of fire, and I like look at all of the other druids like knowingly.
what level is Wall of Fire?
4th.
They look back at you. Most of them shrug, Like one guy's like raises his hand.
You guy.
Yeah.
2 walls of fire. Me and you.
Goodness gracious! Great walls of fire.
Is Wall of Fire a concentration spell?
It is. So the way it will work is that the wall of stone I made will stay there, but will disappear at the end of the spell if I continue to concentrate on it.
It'd be permanent.
It'd be permanent. They would be permanently locked in, and it would be a problem. Which is why it's kind of a funny spell.
Yeah, Wall of Fire.
Cool.
You have 1 7th level druid in the entire army of druids here.
Yes. Well, there are more. They're still fighting.
Sure. Okay.
But
Yeah,
of
fourth
the
level,
druids who have failed, not super
Fair.
high level.
All right. Well, yeah, and the other ones that are wild shaped can't cast and whatever, right? So
Right. So how do you want to do this?
in front of us. They're
Okay,
charging
so-
at us, right? We gotta let's try and box them out. Let's make a V, so that they have to either go around the wall of fire or go through it and be burned alive.
Okay.
Right? You take right, I take left.
He starts walking left.
You take the right flank. I'm gonna make one, and then you make one in a.
Okay.
Follow my lead, and I cast wall of fire, slightly, diagonal. So
Yeah.
that-
Sure, to make them funnel,
Yeah.
to funnel them through.
Gotcha.
No, other way.
no other
he's-
way.
Yeah.
So
like
they
a
have
point,
to-
like an arrowhead.
Yeah, like a battlement. That's why they make the battlements out, right?
I don't know.
Because then they have to they can go through it and take a ton of damage, or they go around it and split their forces.
He casts his wall of fire from the end of your wall of fire, extending it out another 20 feet.
Yep.
No.
So
No,
that's fine. It's whatever. We did it. Great job. What's your name?
no, he casts it appropriately, creating your battlement, and you now have fire ringing the front of you, stone ringing the back of you, and openings on the side where the troops are still pushing through, but has closed off significantly the amount of space that you have to actively defend. There are still lizard folk and gnolls who push their way through the fire to come and attack, but it's much smaller numbers coming through the flames. There is suddenly a pound that you feel on the ground. The ground shakes under your feet. And then a few seconds later, another. And another. And then from around the edge of the compound itself, with a huge chain around its neck leading down to a bunch of gnolls tugging it, there is a full giant making its way around toward the edge of your ritual area.
Fun.
Jennuvera, you and Patrick move your way down into the space here where everyone is working. And Patrick looks at the wall and he says, clever. There is a lot of celestial magic woven into this, but it is magic meant to enhance magic that underlies it. Magic not only weaved upon this door by those of Adventure Incorporated, but additional layers, and some we cannot quite see. Visong says, I can see them. There are layers of shadow interwoven here. Power that has overwrought the power that was here. And something odd. Caliph says, shh, yes. This is similar to what we have been working on. This is they have enhanced the shadow that was here with celestial magic. They have layered it such that the shadow overwrote and the celestial enhanced that power. It emboldened it. These weaves of shadow within this wall are unlike anything we've seen outside of the few experiments we've been playing with. This is dangerous stuff. Dangerous indeed.
Can we get through it?
Oh, certainly we can get through it. The question is at what cost? If we try too carelessly to open this, then the shadow will be unchecked, open and touched by Celestial, just riding over wherever it can find purchase. It couldn't be long before all of us standing here are just drowned in shadow and anything beyond.
That doesn't sound good.
But very doable.
Is there an option that we open it but no one gets eaten by shadow?
Caleb throws his hands up. You've never seen Caleb like he literally has not looked away from the wall, and any amount of talking he's doing appears to be mostly for himself. But he's just you've not really seen him this level of hyper focused. And Adnan turns back and he says, "We'll find a way. This is what we do, right? We find a solution."
Okay. Is anyone here immune to shadow that could take the full brunt of it?
Silence.
And not be affected?
Silence is responded back to you. I suppose that if
No.
that were something you needed of me to do.
No. It's not.
Okay.
I appreciate your thought, but I know very well that you probably could be affected by shadow, and I won't. That's not an option. It's only an option if it's someone is immune, has shadow blockers.
You have at your disposal power that touches each of these deep magics. Is there a way that you would try to combine these magics to undo what has been done? Caleb, now his head snaps back. Combine? We are just experimenting with this now. We have no idea what ramifications that could have. It would be reckless and dangerous and completely unethical and foolhardy and ridiculous to even try.
Keth, I've got an idea. It's reckless, it's foolhardy, it's ridiculous, it's dangerous to even try it. But listen, if I wrap myself in your cloak and jump through the flame wall, I bet I could take a bunch of them out.
Yeah, they'll never expect that. Here you go. And he just whips off his cloak. He secures it around him. It just covers him.
Gebeddo puts both hands on my swishy and holds it out in front of him. And all right, I'm ready, bud.
I told you it'd be fun to fly.
All right, head down. He flips up the hood.
Yeah, Gebeddo can't see anything now. The hood's covering his face. My swishy is out, and he's waiting for Keth to throw him through the flames.
Hey.
Yeah, Keth runs up, has his hands on the cloak, holding him up, and it just tosses him through.
Hey, Dune Song, do you want to see one of my friends die? And I pull out my sword.
Oh my God, that's insane.
It's so stupid.
And Keth, after Gebeddo goes through,
Do you really?
Jumps up as high as he can to get over.
So, Keth, first give me a strength check to throw Gebeddo through the flames. He doesn't weigh a lot, so you should be okay. But
give him in. Yes, 19.
Okay. So yeah, you grab Gebeddo and you just yeet him over through the flames. So from the other side, Gebeddo, all of a sudden just this ball of fire and cloth and death comes flying out of the wall of flames as you leap down in with my swishy. Go ahead and make an attack roll at advantage.
Also, I think your cloak takes 5d8 fire damage, Keth.
It's a cloak of resistance, baby.
That is a 31 to hit.
Okay. So go ahead and make an attack. Actually, you know what? You at max damage. You stab out through this. You pierce into two different people as you come on the projectile down. Flames still just covered in flame. Smoke billowing off of you as you pierce down through two for just whatever the max is.
Great. So that is 79 damage would be my max non-crit.
Cool. So you do that to two creatures as you fall down through this, stabbing through both.
Great. He's going to try and keep rolling to put the fire out so that if there's any cloak left, he can bring it back to Keth later.
Yeah, okay. Great. Keth, you're going to try to leap over this?
Yeah,
how tall is the wall of fire?
Are you?
Asher.
It's 20 feet high. 60 feet long.
I don't think you're going to make it.
1 foot thick.
Can you leap that, Keth? Can a monk jump that high?
You could run up it.
Also,
Keth,
if you
Keth has no more key.
Oh, that's right.
also if you land within 10 feet of it, you're gonna take some damage. So
Yeah, Keth sizes it up and throws Gebetto through, and he's still running, and he just all of a sudden skids to a halt.
Yeah, he does that cartoon backwards feet thing.
Huh. Maybe throwing Gebetto through there was a bad idea.
get him, buddy!
Gebetto just behind him just hears.
Yeah. Yeah, you definitely don't hear anything on the other side.
Keth runs around, heads back away from the fire and tries to get around.
Okay. So what are you doing, Asher?
I'm just gonna.
The giant is making its way toward you.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm gonna be thinking about that giant for a while.
Okay, well, great. The giant moves ever closer.
The side of the wall, I guess, selected by me. It says on one side of the wall, selected by you when you cast the spell, which I assumed would have been the outside of the wall away from us. Deals 5d8 damage to each creature within 10 feet of it. Within 10 feet of that side or inside the wall. No save. So they take 14, 26, and then 33 damage, 33 fire damage. Whoever's within 10 feet of that side of the wall.
Okay.
Which I'm hoping Gebetto is smart enough to not be there.
Yeah, he said he rolled, so we'll assume he rolled outside the 10-foot range of the wall.
Yeah. Excellent. Very good. And then I'm going to use my cantrip Produce Flame to try... How far away is the giant?
The giant's probably 80 feet away.
I just kind of... I guess I'll swing at a lizard folk or a gnoll with Dune Song. Give him a taste. And I'll roll the percentiles. That would be 21, and I rolled a 36 for the percentile, so I'm good.
Great. You hit.
Yay. They take... They take 4 slashing and 4 poison and 6 necrotic.
Okay. The giant moves up closer to the group as it walks around the edge of the building, and it just like as it moves, its feet are just like kicking people out of the way. It's crushing some lizard folk and gnolls underfoot. It is just moving through. It's towering above this wall of Adventure Incorporated, and it raises a big club, and it slams it down, smashing one of the dinosaurs, who just drops to druid form. There is one dinosaur left, which you, at this point, presume is your sister.
Oh, boy. Cool.
And it is now like at the line of your little gathering here.
Sure.
Let me check something.
You looking up stats on giants?
Yes, but for something
They're bad.
in
So-
particular. Yeah. I know that's not what. This is not like a regular giant.
I heard they
No.
have 12 hit points and their AC is 8.
6. Yeah.
Yeah.
21 feet tall.
Mikey, don't cheat.
Mikey. Metagaming Mikey.
Oh my God,
That's
no.
his name.
Anthony never uses stat blocks from the book anyway.
No, I
He
don't.
just makes it up.
I do. That's true.
This 37-foot giant comes at.
But I like to have access to like some special abilities sometimes, which they don't really have any, so it's fine. This is easy. Okay.
Yeah, what do I see as I like stand up? As Gebeddo stands up, what does he see?
You are just like you look out, right? And you are standing in a sea of lizard folk and gnolls. They are all around you. There are already like 6 closing on you with spears and cudgels and swords ready to begin striking. One of the lizard folk, the flames, you can feel the heat on your back from the flames, the light crackling across them. Many are moving to the sides, but there's still so many that they're like right here in front of you. And the lizard folk says, "Nice of you to deliver yourself to us." And they make attacks.
No.
Great.
So you pull out you've got my swishy up, and in they come. You throw up blocks, you're parrying, you're dodging, but there's just so many attacks. So 3 attacks hit you. So altogether, you take 25 damage from the 3 attacks total.
Okay.
Not 25 each.
Thank God.
Yeah, and it's you're in a precarious position for sure.
All right.
It's kind of
Yeah,
hard to
Gebeddo,
get back to the group now. You see why we put him in the little diamond? Do you see?
No. Gebeddo's gonna uncork. I don't get it. Gebeddo's gonna uncork the smoke bottle and whisper, "Light him up."
Okay. Yep. Smoke begins to pour out around you, and immediately you surround yourself and like the nearest creatures to you, but the smoke is still pouring out.
Yeah, and he's gonna use that distraction to disengage as his like bonus action, his cunning action. Excuse me. And then he's going to try to like stealth into the smoke and use that to help carry him away from the situation.
Okay.
And that is a 28 stealth check.
You feel fairly stealthy.
Great.
Okay. Jennuvera. Patrick is still looking to you, as is the magic man. Caliph is muttering under his breath, about reckless magic use. And then he alternates between that and just pure awe at the weave of defensive magic that has been cast on this wall. But as everyone else back here is sort of looking at either the wall or at you.
Okay. So, hear me out. We all, prick our fingers. And so we have some celestial blood, shadow-infected blood. That's me. And then Lanier, maybe some fey blood for good measure. And we mix it, and then we use that as a repository for the shadow that comes out of the wall.
If you choose to do that, there is power in how we layer these effects. There is... what we have learned from our experiments is that how you choose to apply these magics matters. They affect one another as they affect all things. So it would be important for you to decide how you wish to have these magics build your repository.
So, what I'm thinking is if there is some sort of trifold symbol that represents the unity between Shadow, Celestial, and Fey, that... And I don't know if this is out of game. I don't know if this is an Arcana check or a History check or I just ask someone. But my thought is that we use our blood to paint this symbol. We open the door, get out of Dodge, let this repository soak up that energy and clear a path for us.
I think that is a workable plan. What I am saying is that how we choose to do this matters. The order by which we choose to do this matters. If we place celestial magic and shadow magic and fey magic, that would be different than if we place fey magic, then celestial magic, then shadow magic. It is up to you to build what you think is our best bet to have happen what you are seeking to have happen. As for the pattern, there was once, long ago, a symbol that was used to represent all of the magics that came from beyond the arcane planes. A symbol that has been co-opted, it seems, by one of the few who would remember it. A symbol of the wand for shadow, of the sword for the celestial, and of the arrow for the fae. Ah! We can use this symbol, but the order matters.
Yes. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
So fun.
Can you... I know we've gone through this 1,000 times, but Shadow, Fey, Celestial.
In its most basic form,
Yeah.
Fey changes things. Celestial enhances things. and Shadow overwrites things.
Overwrites.
You will have to use all 3 pieces.
Okay.
So you think about that. The giant storms up toward this group, and the first thing it does is it swings its club down and bats the front line, wolves and a dinosaur included, and just bats them into the flame wall, like pushing them over into the flames. Instantly, you see druids like pop out of their form and try to roll away from the fires.
Well, other druid, might be time to drop those. I don't know. What do you think?
The other druid is like, he's way on the other side.
I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else.
That druid's like quickly like casting a thorn whip to try and attack somebody nearby.
Yeah.
Like he's
I'm just talking to some random soldier. A lizard. I turn to a lizard folk for advice. I'm like, oh shit.
Clug's like, yeah, buddy, I agree.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and fight my way towards the giant a bit, if possible.
Okay. Yep. Yeah. I mean, it's not too hard because you can just like cut back and move across the line over to the giant, and you can square up with him like toe to toe.
Have I killed any? Oh well. Okay. If I can get there, then I would like to get up there and cast a spell on him, if that is okay. My last 5th level spell for now. But I need to think about it for a second. Yep. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go up to him, and I'm gonna try and make a ranged touch attack against him with my action to cast Contagion to put a disease on him. The disease. So I'm torn. I was going to do Mind Fire, which then basically is confusion, and he has disadvantage on intelligence saving throws. But then I was like, he's just going to attack everything, so it doesn't matter. So what I'm going to do instead is cast, with Contagion, he's going to get Slimy Doom. The creature begins to bleed uncontrollably. The creature has disadvantage on con checks and con saving throws. In addition, whenever the creature takes damage, it's stunned until the end of its next turn.
Oh.
So, take it out of commission, because I can't kill this thing, right? So I'm going to make a melee spell touch attack, I guess with Dune Song?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's go, bud.
That's what I'm looking for, bud.
Woo! It's 15. It did the thing where it was like 15. 15 plus, I guess 8. Plus 9, actually.
That's still a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit.
So he is, on a hit, the target is poisoned. At the end of each of the poisoned target's turn, it must make a con saving throw. If the target succeeds 3 of these saves, it is no longer poisoned, and the spell ends. If the target fails 3 of these saves, the target is no longer poisoned, but choose one of the diseases below. So he's currently poisoned, which is an effect in its own right, which gives him a bunch of disadvantage. But if he fails 3 of them, he is...
And he takes them on his turn?
At the end of his turn, yeah.
Okay. Great. So, Gebeddo, what are you going to do?
I'm still trying to, like, dash and sneak my way back to...
So as you move, and this bottle comes with you, so the smoke cloud moves with you as well. You look out and you see that there are still like a wolf like attacking lizard folk and gnolls. He like ducks underneath and pops up behind someone else and attacks. But he's also isolated on this side of the firewall as well.
Gebeddo lets him go.
Okay.
You dick.
Keth, what are you going to do?
Keth was going to go help Gebeddo, but he sees all the smoke and he's like, he's good. So what he...
I imagine like extra smoke is starting to like filter through the flames.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
So you can almost like track me moving across the wall by like where the smoke is.
Most concentrated.
Contagion is not concentration, right?
It is not. He's just poisoned.
Yeah.
So Kev changes his focus to the giant, and he takes out his shackles of searing light. He also takes out his bag of caltrops. So he's going to, throw the caltrops at the feet of the giant.
Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to laugh at that. It's just like they do so little damage. But then,
it's one piercing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You're just like, take this, fucker.
And it makes them like lift their feet.
Time to roll the dice.
So, do I just do that, or do I need to roll for that?
No, you can just throw caltrops. That's fine.
Cool. And then Keth wants to try to use the giant's kind of unsteady gait now wants to tie secure the shackles on his feet or toes or whatever he can get purchased, because it's, I imagine, the wrist-sized shackles. So however he can lock his legs together, that's what Keth is going to try and do.
Okay.
You're trying to AT-AT him. You're trying to AT-AT
You're giving him toe rings?
Yeah, I was about to say that.
like...
Yep.
Okay.
If they're secure and
This
they tie
giant-
his legs together, that's
I
what I'm
just
going
like
for.
that you assumed the giant had toe rings.
This giant is going to
Well, he
spring
will.
break, baby.
He's about to.
So, here's what I will say about this before you do this action.
Sure.
You have this idea. You think it will work. What you worry about is whether or not the strength of the giant will be enough to, if the shackles will hold together with the strength of the giant.
Okay.
You don't know.
Keth is okay. Keth doesn't know this, but he definitely believes that they're how the mendicant sold it to him. They're real strong.
Okay. We'll all find out together.
Season 1 or like episode 50 maybe. I got these.
Okay. You head over to the giant. You clap the shackles down on its feet, and the shackles close tight. Now, the creature doesn't qualify for the additional damage, right?
Right.
Yep. But on its turn, we'll see what happens.
Sure. And Keth tries to distract it and runs away from it, basically, or tries to get its attention and runs away from the giant.
Okay. All right. Let's do the giant. So, Asher, you're still nearby the giant.
Yep.
Keth, you are within reach of the giant. A few other people are as well. The giant grabs its club. And it goes to swing the club across. Asher, it's trying to hit you.
Yep. It's at disadvantage because it's poisoned.
So the club goes careening over your head.
Woo!
And it smashes against the stone wall.
Uh-oh.
So we're going to see what happens. Jennuvera, suddenly you hear a smash as something hard impacts the stone wall above you, and a huge, boulder of stone comes tumbling down on top of you, down toward you guys. So, what are you going to do?
Yell, duck!
Okay. It comes falling down this, essentially silo that you are in, and it crashes around you. I need you to make dexterity saving throw. Everyone will be making one.
So the wall's still up, right? It's just like a chunk of it.
Correct.
13.
Okay. So you take 28 damage from the stone that falls down onto you. And you are not alone, as it looks like almost all of you are being buried under the rubble.
Oh. Buried?
Yeah, because you're just encased in this fairly small area inside like a 20-foot area, 20-foot wide area, and all this stone comes crashing down in on you. So it just falls down onto you, and now you guys are all like covered with stone. Keth,
We won't need to prick our fingers now, guys.
Everyone just wipes their head wound.
Yeah.
Keth, it's your turn.
Cool. Keth is trying to disengage from the giant, and well, I guess what is the giant focused on? It was focused on Asher. He swung. And
it's swung at Asher. It's really just like looking down at everything on the ground, and it's just trying to crush, like basically get its way into this entryway.
Okay. Then instead of that, Keth is going to climb it.
Okay.
And try and hit it in the head.
So you're just like gonna run up it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
With no key. And then try and just start swinging, and then the plan is to dash away from it after. So 1, 2, 3. We got lowest of 18 to hit.
They all hit.
Dope. 12, 18 plus 25. 44 damage total.
Okay.
And then dash away.
Oh, I didn't make his poison save. He succeeds on the first poison save.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. You run up, you smash him, and you dash away. Gebeddo, you come around the corner of the flame wall on the opposite side from where the giant is. You could bolt across to where the giant is if you were so inclined, but now you are on the other side where lizard folk and Knoll basically you wash that whole area with smoke as you pass through. Everyone's like stops fighting. It's just like and then as you move on, they all resume fighting.
Yeah, as I am going to head toward the giant, but I'm also going to leave the smoke bottle there, right on the corner, and I'm also going to drop the iron ball of caltrops as well.
Nice.
And so they pop out in a 10-foot radius. And occupy that space kind of at the end of that wall, extending that annoying space further for the monsters.
I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, including Jennuvera, but yours is at disadvantage because you're trapped under stone.
Oh, boy.
23.
7.
12.
15.
Yikes.
Yeah, I rolled a 4.
Whew. What was yours, Jennuvera?
12.
Aren't all your savings 10, Mike?
Not saving throws, ability checks.
Just check.
Yeah.
So, if you... so I think, Keth, you had the only one that was, like, fairly high, right?
Yeah.
So, you take nothing. Everyone else takes 17 lightning damage.
But
Gebeddo, you take half that.
And I'll take half that again. as my reaction.
Gebeddo, you notice, as do you, Asher and Keth, that this bolt of lightning cracks Elatrix one more time, who falls from the sky and slams into the stone as well, now writhing in the center of this open space that you guys have carved out. Jennuvera, you hear the pound against the rock, but it doesn't seem to do anything. Gebeddo, he looks very bad. You can see across his quaddle body there are maybe like 70 arrows sticking out of him. He is charred. He is bleeding. He is sliced up. And like blood is pouring from his mouth.
Okay. Is it my go?
If you want. Yeah, we're kind of playing it loosey-goosey, baby.
Yeah, I want. I want to run over. And I uncork a potion of my last potion of superior healing.
Okay.
To give to Elatrix. So that is 8d4 plus 8.
You go ahead and roll it.
Oh, Steph, can I borrow all the good d4s?
Yeah, good
Not
D4.
the bad D4s.
Where have all the good D4s gone?
That's right. All right, so we got 10, 20, 21 plus 8, so 29.
Okay. You watch as an almost imperceptible amount of his wounds like close the tiniest amount.
That's all right. I know he's not going to die right away, and that's all I really care about for this round. He also, though, he uses the hell is it? Where's my character sheet? He uses his not the spirit charm, the other one, the one that
Luck?
makes the golem, the flesh golem out of the
The soul.
yes, the soul stone.
Soul stone.
Yeah, he uses the soul stone.
Okay. Like, so yeah, you pick a space over at the edge, and you crack off the soul stone, and a bunch of the corpses in the area all get drawn into this space. Most of them lizard folk and gnoll. A couple of the druids who have various species are there as well. Some soldiers, but everybody just gets drawn right into this space and rises a size just a little bit bigger than the giant. As a lizard, like a corpse amalgam, moves.
It's gotta be such a gross color, like from far away.
It looks like Akira. Like it's just
Yeah.
It's like so many lizard folk that it so many lizard folk that it like has a lizard head. Like that's like what
Sure.
it's taken the form of.
It's like natural form.
Yeah. But it's got the bent backwards knees like a gnoll. Ugh.
Yeah, and my one command to it is protect us. Sorry, it's protect us.
It nods, and it like locks eyes with the giant and bounds forward.
yeah. Can I roll damage for the wall of fire and then use the pendant of necromancy to direct that to Elatrix?
Yes.
I would like to do that. Good one. 18, 26. 26, then 31. And it's whoever is along the length of it along that side take 31 damage.
of a 20-foot thing.
Yeah. So if there's 4 people there.
But it's 10 feet long. Like, it affects 10 feet.
It's within 10 feet of the wall. So it could be 8 people, 8 ranks of lizard folks.
Yeah.
Smoked.
So you hold up a hand, and you feel within you, like Slask's voice rises up, and he says, "Kill all of them. Leave none of them alive. They are vermin." Hilarion says, "This is important. Do what must be done. Do not hesitate. Your hour is upon you."
I will not fail either of you. And then I force magic through my palm to push a giant wall of...
240 hit points of healing go toward Bellatrix. And you see as it hits him, he bursts back into action. He's still badly hurt. He is still bleeding, but he feels a lot better than he did. As he...
Rude? I'll take it from here, Gebeddo.
You know what? I'm trying my best.
He bursts back to, tail flails around, and he just takes off back into the sky. Jennuvera.
Okay.
There is a shing, and a bunch of the stones go flying, and Patrick is still in the space. He has not been buried by rocks. He says,
"What a dick."
"There is nothing I can do for you, Jennuvera, or for any of you. I cannot help you in this."
Right. You don't have to. Because
so you're still buried, remember?
Okay. She climbs out and she says,
"Give me a strength check."
Okay.
You are in imminent danger.
19.
So I just So you push a rock off of yourself. You manage to wiggle free. You just pull yourself up and out. You're just coughing from the dust that is here. Everyone else is still buried, and Patrick is above you, and that's when he says, "I cannot help you with this, and I cannot help them."
You don't have to. We've got this. You can't help, take rocks off people.
I cannot take rocks off most of the people.
Okay, take rocks off of whatever people you can.
He puts a hand out, and the magic man shoots up out of the stone, and he just tosses him down. He says, "You are not mortal, but nor are you of the Celestials. You are in a space that I have not interfered with before, but that does not mean I cannot interfere now."
Okay, so Magic Man, let's get to work. And we dig out everyone.
Okay. So, Asher, what are you going to do?
Keep shooting walls of flame.
Oh, actually, let's do his attack. Let's do the giant's attack.
Sure.
So the giant steps forward. He pulls. He tries to step forward. He pulls on his toe rings. Let's see what happens. Oh.
Yeah.
He tries to step forward, and he stumbles for a second, and then you watch his face contort in rage, and he pulls, and the chain shatters.
Oh no!
From that chain, a wave of magic pours out. And you see as the blast of energy washes over this space. And for the most part, the energy just travels by people. They get washed over by it and nothing happens. Until it hits Evian. And she is, as it hits her, she is, you watch the pain cross her face. She is contorted as she bursts into flames in the spot from this, the searing light of these shackles.
Keth runs over and like jumps on top of her and tries to put out the fire.
She is shrieking with pain, like rolling around in her deep set cloak that is meant to like protect her from the sunlight. So instead, she's now being like burnt up on the inside, and you're like patting it down or whatever. But there is like this energy to it that is deep set inside of her as it sears. The creature steps forward and it slams its giant club down again at you, Asher.
Sure.
It misses again, slamming the club into the ground, dirt spraying up, but you dodge out of the way. The creature tries to... He succeeds his poison check, so that's 2.
Okay. Cool spell. Very good spell. Very exciting that it's about to not do anything.
What are you doing, Keth?
Keth. Fuck. I mean, like literally trying to do it. Does Keth see any more fire on Evian?
I mean, she is basically burning on the inside out.
Keth takes out the sword of evocation and tries to channel cold into her without channel cold into her.
Okay.
Like not strike her with it, but just he's been attuned to it, so he's
Give me a wisdom check.
Yes. Maybe. Get men so good at these. 15.
You take energy from the sword and you push it down into her, and you try and quench the flame that has sparked inside of her. And you're not like you don't know for sure what's happening. You see her still writhing. Her eyes roll back, and she says, "Blood. I need blood."
Oh shit!
Where's Jennuvera when you need her?
Fuck. Keth like puts his wrist on her mouth.
She bites down, and you immediately feel cold wash over you as the blood begins to rush out of you from the fangs of this vampire. But you feel something else, too.
Oh, my God.
Because there is a wound in your spirit, Keth.
No! Oh, God.
What takes hold is not... It's not what someone would normally, like a transformation that one would normally take from this kind of bite. There's a bigger process to that. It has to be intentional. There is ceremony. There is nuance. There is intention to that. That is not what this is. But already, before you feel anything, you feel that something has settled in that space in your spirit.
How does he have any space left in his spirit?
Such a huge spirit!
He's winning the Spirit Award.
He's losing it now.
Jennuvera picking up rocks, just being real salty about it.
Yeah, she's real jealous. She doesn't know why.
Yeah. Oh,
so Jennuvera, you pull the last few people out from under the rubble. Kaelith looks completely shaken. Like maybe this is the first time he's like taken any sort of physical damage.
She pats him on the shoulder.
Yeah, he's just in rough shape. Adnan kind of looks like he had fun. Like it was an adventure that he just wasn't expecting. Patrick turns to you and he says, "What have you decided?"
Okay. So Jennuvera takes out her notebook and she draws a little staff And she says, we start with shadow to create a clean slate. We overwrite anything that exists. And then she takes her pencil and she draws a counterclockwise circle around and draws an arrow. And she says, then we go to Faye to change that shadow energy into a positive, forward-moving energy. And then through the center, she draws a sword and says, then we enhance our purpose with Celestial, and that's gonna work.
You, Jennuvera, are touched by shadow.
Yes.
And you are bound to Fae. But you cannot wield either. At this point, you are a children of the dragons. You were created as the Dragonborn. You were created by Hades. You are a conduit between all three of the deep magics. You are touched by Shadow, Fae, and Celestial. And you will be paramount in this ritual. But we need another. And he, flies up. And a moment later, you see him fly back down, and Lanier appears in the space, misty steps through the wall, passing through the ethereal realm, and then returning to this space. And he says, I have come to help, as I was requested.
Okay.
You, Jennuvera, must draw the symbol upon the wall. It will be through you that the magics are channeled. As you call them out, those who can will aid you. Begin.
She does.
So, walk me through it.
Okay, so first is Shadow, and I assume that's Visong.
Yeah, as you step forward, Visong prepares himself. He reaches out with his mind and his body, and he says, there is an excessive amount of shadow here, more pure than I have felt ever. We will need to be wary. And through that, he reaches out and puts a hand on your shoulder, and you can feel that magic channeled through you. It doesn't touch you, but it's like the parts of you that are already touched by shadow vibrate more. Outside, you hear a smash as a giant fist, meaty lizard folk flesh slams into the giant flesh that's out there, and the two are just tussling back and forth outside of this space. But here with you, that shadow wells up, and then you feel it push out of you as you draw the wand upon the wall.
She looks at Lanier.
Patrick says, it would be customary for you as part of this ritual to speak on the nature of shadow as you etch it into this place.
Sorry. Okay. With this shadow, we erase the past. Adventure Inc. was a place for battle, but it was meant to be a place to help and to grow. So what it has become is a sanctuary for evil. With this shadow, I erase the evil intention that grows inside it.
The wand is sealed. Lanier steps forward. He says, I am proud of what you have done. And he puts a hand on your shoulder, and you feel that rush. Now the parts of you that are fey, new as they are, begin to warm within you instead. You feel the rise through them there, and you can feel that, in truth, that is as much a part of you as the shadow is. And you put your hand forward again, and that energy again flies out.
So she draws the arrow, and she says, with this symbol of the Fae, we change the hatred and evil into hope, light, and a second chance to, like a millionth chance to stop Gorm.
The arrow is sealed. The magic man steps forward, and he says, Jennuvera, I have been so happy and lucky to count you as a friend. He puts a hand on your shoulder, and you feel the parts of you that are connected to the celestial well up, and that too is a part of you in the same proportion. And the energy spills forth.
I draw a sword, and I say, with the power of the celestial, I call upon the power of all who walk behind us, of all who've come before us, and everyone in Anmaneth yet to be, to empower our hope, empower our purity, and empower our purpose.
The sword is sealed. The symbol you have drawn flashes brightly.
So the last thing Jennuvera is going to do is she's going to cut her own finger and draw that circle that connects them all.
As soon as that completes, the whole thing begins to... It's like a great rush of energy and power, just sucking everything around it in as it draws on the energy of this doorway. And in moments, you watch as the barrier that glows brightly on these on the doors begins to weaken and embolden, and the symbol you have drawn explodes out with light. It is brighter and stronger than anything you have ever seen before, as the rest of this energy abates. And in moments, that energy has faded, and all that is left on this door, seared into the wood, is the symbol of Adventure Incorporated. Hey everyone, just a couple quick reminders. If you like the show, don't forget to tell your friends. And you can head over to patreon.com/adventureinc and become a patron as well. You can also head to our website, adventureincpod.com, for links to our social media and the store where you can find t-shirts, stickers, and more. That's all. We'll see you next week.
Serious business.